Breaking news. No one expected this, but Mr. Boom decided to surprise us for the new year and released part 2 of episode 69, although this part turned out to be quite short compared to the last episodes. But in any case, I'm very glad that it's still there out. Also, I want to tell you important news related to my Discord server. Some of the admins of my server began to exceed their authority, and because of this, there was chaos on the server, and I had to make a new server, so be sure to leave my old Discord and join my new one server. And the official link to the server will be in the description under this video. I hope for your support. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. The episode begins from the moment the agents made their way to the bottom of the laboratory. But suddenly, the recording is interrupted, and we are shown large TV man and titans. And I immediately want to say that it seems to me that this episode was not planned right away, since it came out quite quickly and Defuk was clearly in a hurry with its creation, and just wanted to please us with a new episode before the end of the year. Anyway, we can immediately hear what the large TV man said something, but we will hear all the phrases that were in this episode not much later. Then we see that the cameraman dealt with the last toilet, which we also saw in part 4 of episode 67. And we see flying speakers and reinforcements from the Alliance, and the speaker man was delivered his favorite guns. And this is quite unusual, and they haven't forgotten about the Titan cameraman, and they brought him a new jetpack with new guns. And then we see a very cool ability of the Titan TV man, and it turns out that he can share his energy from his core and thereby heal wounds and make his allies stronger. Since after transferring the energy, we can notice that the cameraman's core has become much brighter, and it seems to me that the Titan TV man's abilities are very cheating. And it turns out that the Titans are almost immortal, since now they are not afraid of losing their weapons or jetpack, and they can also be healed with the help of the Titan TV man core. And I think that the Titan TV man still has some trump cards up his sleeve, and he has in other abilities. For example, an energy shield, and perhaps a yellow light that can burn enemies. And then we see how Speakerman Titan also wanted TV man to share his power with him. But the guys refused him, and not much later you will find out why. And the TV man used a teleport and disappeared somewhere, and the cameraman also flew somewhere. And the speakerman shook his head not contentedly and also flew away. And finally, they show us the army of the Alliance. And already in this frame, we can see that they have prepared as much as possible for the battle, since we see that each agent is wearing headphones and the cameramen also have protective lenses. But the most important question is why this cameraman has a toilet roll papers on the belt. It seems to me that this is another joke from Mr. Boom, and this joke is clearly related to Skibidi toilets. But we won't go into that too much. But we can also notice an interesting speakerman with 2 bits, and it seems to me that this is another plunger man only from the side of the speakerman, and it's quite funny. And next we see Rembo cameraman with a huge gun, and he has the same gun as Speakerman Titan on his arm, and this guy will easily destroy even large toilets. And within a second we see another cameraman and how he handed over the jetpack to POV cameraman. And on the jetpack we can see the cameraman sign that we saw back in episode 9, and also the headphones, and also this guy has a roll of paper on his belt. And this is where the episode ends. And I want to point out that even ordinary agents are now very well armed. Each agent has a jetpack and also headphones and protective lenses. And this is all very similar to the preparation for the final battle. And also the Titans have all disappeared somewhere, and I have a couple theories about this, but let's listen to the phrases that we heard in this episode. But why didn't TV Man share his energy with the speaker man? And I have several options why he didn't do this. The first and most obvious option is that TV Man didn't forget about the incident that happened in episode 47, when the speaker man broke his screen with a knife, and also TV Man mentioned in episode 67 that this would not happen again, but in fact, I don't think that's the case. And the second option is that the energy of TV Man Titan is too strong for Speakerman, and his core simply cannot cope with so much energy. Or perhaps he doesn't need it, since he is not as wounded as the Titan's cameraman. Cameraman also made it clear to the speakerman that he didn't need it. And I'm more inclined to the theory that the speakerman's core is too weak for such an amount of energy. And we can also notice a little smoke from the cameraman's jetpack, which means that there was a lot of energy that the jetpack could barely withstand such a surge of energy. But also write your versions in the comments. But it's also an important point that the large TV man said find me. And at the end of the episode, we also didn't see him, and perhaps he also teleported to the place where the Titans flew away. And it seems to me that soon crazy events await us. And I think that episode 69 is completely over. And from the new year, we will see episode 70, and there they will show us the continuation of the laboratory and the Skibidi scientist. And I assure you that this episode will be crazy, and the plot will change a lot. And maybe you think that in this episode were not many secrets and details, but in fact now we can have a lot of theories, and as always I will do a separate analysis of this episode. And today there was a brief analysis, since I have very little time now, and sorry about that. I assure you that the next video will be incredibly interesting. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss it. And do not forget to join my new Discord, as all the important news will come out there. And you were on the channel and see you.